Johnson splits the double team, hangs in the air and lays it through. Tony, nothing but net.
Welcome to Pitt Beyond the Script alongside head coach Jeff Capel of the men's basketball team. I'm Rob King of AT&T Sportsnet. Coach, I want to take you back to the Virginia game, and not necessarily the game itself. We'll get to something there in a moment. But Tony Bennett won the national championship last year. He's built a great program at Virginia. Had some nice things to say about your program, saying, look, young guys have to go through games like this. They have to be part of this. That's what they did, and you can see it coming. Was that, heartening in any way to know that a guy who's won a national championship is agreeing with the way you're going through this process right now?
Well, I'm extremely humbled to hear that. It's actually my first time hearing about that. There's no coach, that's doing it on our level right now that I respect more than Tony. Not just for what he's done there, but the man that he is. And I know if Tony says it, he doesn't give fluff answers or just say it. And so for him to say that, it's an incredible compliment. I do believe in what we're doing. Obviously, it's not going as fast as anyone would like, and certainly no one more than me. But I believe in what we're doing. I believe in the manner in which we're doing it. I understand that it's going to take time. That's hard for me, to be completely honest with you. But I do understand that anything that's worth sustaining takes time, because it has to be done the right way. And, we adopted the mantra when I took this job of brick by brick. You have to make sure the bricks are strong so you have a great foundation, and that's what we're trying to do right now.
One of the things he talked about, one of the reasons he said he felt like he could see the same process happening as what happened at Virginia was because of how hard you played. You came back again, had to try to come back again. And at the end of the game, you got a great look from Trey McGowan's, a chance to take the lead, and then Ryan Murphy's shot just came a split second too late.
For the most part all year, we fought. We have fought. We've tried to play hard. We've competed. It hadn't always been the smartest. It hadn't always been pretty. But we fought and we've competed. And I've always felt if you do that, you put yourself in a position where you give yourself a chance. And in that game, it happened late.
That's a beautiful play right there by Xavier Johnson. That needs to happen right there. There's your answer.
We were down, I think, 13. It was a timeout, and I told our guys, look, it's plenty of time if you believe. When we started pressing, we started trying to increase the tempo. We were able to force some turnovers.
Clark with his head up, doesn't see Johnson coming from behind, who took it away. Xavier Johnson!
And we put ourselves in a position where, we had that three-pointer with under a minute left, down 2. I would have liked for us to have been a little bit more intelligent on that last possession when it's down 3. A dribble handoff in that situation is not going to work. It's not enough time. But again, we put ourselves in a position where we had an opportunity.
Certain coaches are involved with certain guys. This guy works with the guards, this guy works with the forwards, this guy works with the center. But you have a couple of guys that kind of have to move around. Can you explain kind of how that coaching process goes?
Yeah, so what we do is that Milan Brown primarily works with the guards. And so that's all like the 1s, 2s, and 3s if you have those. Jason, my brother, works with the guys that are kind of swing, that are versatile, play multiple positions. That's what he was as a player. So right now, those guys that he primarily works with are Justin Champagnie, Adis Toney, and a little bit of Gerald Drumgoole. Then Tim O'Toole is the guy that works with the bigs. But normally we have a defensive segment. And in the practice, where it's guards and big guys. During those segments, Justin is all over the place. Adis is all over the place because those two guys in particular for us are going to kind of swing across the board. They may guard point guards. They may guard shooting guards. They may guard 4-man at times. And so they're guys to kind of move around and practice and work with all the coaches.
We talked about how important it was for players to improve during the offseason. When you look at your coaching staff, is that where a lot of your formulations and your plans go? Obviously, you're tweaking things from game to game, and you have scouting reports. But as far as the coaching staff at large, do you evaluate that much as the players do more in the offseason?
Absolutely. I'm a big believer. I've always felt this way, that the offseason is the one chance I think that a player should be selfish. Like, you should work on your game. Last year with Trey McGowan's and Xavier Johnson, the two big things we talked about, shooting, but then decision-making. Trey was a guy last year that had 55 assists and 80 turnovers. Already this year, he has way more assists and turnovers right now. And so he's improved in that area. We still have to get more consistent shooting the basketball. But a big part of it is these guys have to have something in them where they work, because our rules don't allow us to be with them as much as we'd like to be.
Taking on an NC State team on Saturday, and this is a team, again, you talk about building and trying to get the players in place. Their top 4 players are all juniors and seniors. How difficult does that make it when you're facing a veteran team like that?
Well, it makes it difficult because they're good. I mean, I think NC State's a really good basketball team. This is Kevin Keats' 3rd year. His program is established, his style of play, and he has older guys in it that have been through it. And so they can help teach the culture, they can help teach the style, they can help teach this is how we do things. You know, their older players are really good. I think Markel Johnson is as talented as any guard in this league. He's a guy that goes and has 30 points on Duke and really controls that game. Braxton Beverly is really good. C.J. Bryce is very good. You know, they're a team that have multiple guys that can hurt you. And he has a lot of depth. He has quality depth, and that's something that he's been able to amass over his time there.
Coach Jeff Capel, thanks very much. Good luck Saturday at NC State. And thanks to you for watching this edition of Pitt Beyond the Script.